that lickable Viagra, isn't it? Not that I know what that's like. Yes, what is happening everyone? Welcome back to another video. So today is the day, finally, my Canyon has arrived after months of waiting. So if you're new to the saga, I found a crack in my Canyon CFR just before Christmas. I sent it away to Canyon. It's been a long process. They basically, the bike they were going to send me, they ended up losing. So then they've had to upgrade me to the new CFR model. But yeah, it's been thousands of emails. Well, not thousands, but hundreds of emails back and forth, phone calls. It's been a long process. But anyway, enough of that. Park that. Today's the day. Finally, I get the bike back. And yeah, I'm going to take you through unboxing it, putting it all together. And yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing. It's my birthday on Wednesday as well, so couldn't have come at a better time. So let's get into it. I haven't actually seen the frame in real life yet itself, so I'm finding out exactly the same time as you. So, saddle, put that down on there. We'll hang this bike up on here in a minute. I know I'm going to get people in the comments saying, oh, you shouldn't hang a bike up like that. But it's the most efficient way when you're doing it this way, so I'm going to hang it on the top tube. Don't get sand in your knickers if it's offended you. So, new update with the new models is they're coming with 50mm deep section wheels now, which they're saying they're making the bike lighter, but my previous model come with 62s, which are obviously heavier, but they're basically putting 50s on it, and that's reducing the weight down. So that's what's making the bike lighter, in my opinion. They're saying obviously the frame is lighter, but this whole build is coming in at 7 kilos, which is absolutely crazy, really. Okay, so let's get her out. It's exciting. It's like Christmas, isn't it? Christmas in March. Okay, so Canyon send you everything you need to put this bike together. Now, on the new updates, there's been some major changes from the 2022 model that I had. So some of the changes are that all of the bolts now are all the same heads, which you can also, the bit on the side that goes into the through axle actually tightens and loosens all of the bolts, which I think is a fantastic idea. The only thing that's different is the bottle cages, but I'm not too worried about them. Another update that they've done, I used to have my seat post bolt on through the back here, which was an absolutely crap design, and they had absolutely nothing but problems with them. And if you look online, you'll be able to see that was one of Canyon's worst problems, was that seat post. So they've moved the seat post from here and they've put it up here now, like the tightening and fixing of it, which is an absolutely amazing idea, which is what they should have done in the first place. They've also beefed up this top tube. So yeah, that's great. A little bit of a different profile to the frame. And one more thing they've done, they've now hidden the through bolt, so you won't be able to see it. So it's actually in the frame. So this is all flush and looks a bit more aesthetically pleasing. And they've also put some little rubber ends on the bottom of it. So if you get a flat tire when you're out, not that I would ever do it, but you could put your bike down on the floor, and it's got these rubber little buffers underneath, so you're not going to like mark or damage your frame. So those are the updates to this frame. So let's get into building the frame now. First of all, I'm going to do the seat post, because I know everyone's probably watching and going, oh, you can't do that with the seat post. I've got sand in my knickers. You don't know what you're doing with bikes. So we'll do that first before anyone gets a bit irate about it. Okay, so this is what comes with the box that they send you. They send you all the torque bits, send you this little wing nut thing that has a little Newton thing on it, so you can tighten it up, and they send you therefore to go into the headset, and obviously your carbon paste to go on your seat post. So let's get this lubed up on the seat post, and let's get it fitted to the bike. All right, so this is the SLR Sella Italia Boost. One of the updates that they've done with this is now they've actually put a 3D printed nice little pad on this. So I had this saddle before, which I got on with reasonably well, but you know, aero saddles after in them for like 5 or 6 hours do get a little bit uncomfortable. So this extra little bit of 3D printing on the top, I think is going to make the world of difference, and I'm excited to actually see what that's like. It absolutely looks stunning as well. I quite like the look of it. So carbon paste, we're just going to lather a little bit on. I know some people go a bit over the top with this. You don't need to be going absolutely mental with it. Just get a nice little layer over it, and then insert it into the frame so you don't damage the seat post, so you don't damage the frame, more importantly. So it's like that lickable Viagra, isn't it? Not that I know what that's like. All the way around. Remember not to go crazy with it. Some people absolutely lag it in. Doesn't have to be absolutely coated and lagged in it. So I need that to come up to there. Beauty. So that's how much I'm just putting on. A little dab on your finger and just literally coating it all the way around, making sure that it's nicely coated. Oh, coated all front, back. And so like I said before, all of the bolts on this, barring the water bottle cages, are a T25 hex bit, which is brilliant. So when you're out on the road, if you've got the little through axle on, the little hex bit, you can access anything on the bike, which is a brilliant design, I think, from Canyon. So this is the update with the seat post. This is what we're now going to be fixing in there, which is a lot better design. This slots in the top and this binds this all together. Whereas the one previously, like I said, was just a bolt through there, and it was renowned for failing, renowned for creaking. It just didn't work. It was a horrible design. So this model, they've updated that, which is brilliant. Nip it tuck for a minute. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fix it to the seat post, because it's the correct way to hang your bike up. Really, we can't be bothered with all these trolls in the comments. Okay, so we're just going to fit the front wheel now. Obviously, take the through axle completely out. Like I said before, they've actually covered this now, so this looks a lot more aesthetically pleasing, because before you could actually see the end of the through axle. If you look, they had like a sticker over it, like a little plastic sticker, and if you lost that, it looked hanging really. So that's another nice little finishing to the design that is good from Canyon. So let's fit the front wheel a second. Take this rubbish off. Take the little spacer out for the So DT Swiss 50mm wheels with 180 hubs. Now DT Swiss wheels are the best wheels in my personal opinion. They test the fastest against Zips, heads, head wheels. DT Swiss Silverstone, these are the ones that come out on top, and they're a gorgeous looking wheel in my opinion. They look good. Got the GP 5000 tyres on with a tan wool. The tan wool, I don't know if I'm mad on the tan wool, so I might be swapping these tyres out for some all black ones. Let me know what you think. Maybe on a black bike it doesn't actually look that bad. It complements it, contrasts it quite well. So yeah, let's get this fitted. Straight in, wallop, and I've put my thing over there. Nip these up. I must admit, I think I prefer the look of the 62mm wheels on this. It just makes the frame and the bike look a little bit more meatier, a little bit more chunkier than it does with the I think the 50s make it look a little bit smaller. I prefer the 62, so, but it is what it is. Anyway, going back to the bike, so we got full 12-speed Dura-Ace throughout the bike, 1130 on the back, 12-speed. And it's coming in this is the color that I've ended up choosing. I've ended up choosing the Sparkle Stealth, they're calling this, with the silver, which is really quite nice. This kind of looks spacey. So originally I did want the blue, but I'd have to wait till the Alpecin one. I would have had to have waited till May to get that. So I was quite happy with this. It was a very good option. They both look very, very good. So the next thing is to do is fit the handlebars. Now Canyon have done a lot of things different with this handlebar setup. Maybe things that I don't think they should do. So what they've done is they've ended up putting a cut-out groove here for your. We'll get the camera and we'll put this on this. This is one of the things that they've changed with the handlebar system. I don't personally like it. I think as a road bike it should come as a road bike. If you want to add added extras like triathlon bikes, I think that should be something that you should look to do. But they've put this cutout here to basically add triathlon bikes, so TT bikes, to this road bike, so it's more versatile. Now that is good, but if you want to just use it for you know, road bikes, I prefer the old setup with the Canyon and the nice clean logo with the Garmin mount mounted underneath. In my personal opinion, I don't like that. So I'm thinking about swapping these out and putting the old CP0018 cockpit on, which I absolutely love. It's nice and clean, it's fresh, and the Garmin mount is mounted underneath, and you haven't got to look at that horrible bolt hole and that horrible bolt hole, and it's just, I think it's cleaner. And also an added extra with these now, they are doing aero drops. So I didn't get the aero drops. The aero drops are an extra £215 or $220, I think, if you want to add them on. And they're just basically a different profile. They slightly come out wider and they're shallower. But for an extra £220, I think they should already come. I think you should be able to choose what you want. If you want the aero drops, it's an aero bike, so give us the aero drops, isn't it? But anyway, it is what it is. I just went for the standard. So what we're going to do, a great adjustment with the Canyon bikes, which is a fantastic design. You could shorter and narrow these by these holes here. So if you want to go shorter, take a little bit of tape off, put it in. If you want to go longer, obviously pull it out. Two bolts, and then we're done. We're putting on pedals and we're away. So yeah, let's do that. So handlebars, super easy to install and also to travel with. So it's literally just slip that in there like such, and the same this side. And then because I have mine on the widest setting right now, we're going to put it there and we'll adjust it as we go. And then there are these little bolts, T25s, and then it's straight up in, 4 bolts, wallop. All right, so that is the bulk of the bike put together. As you can see, it's proper easy, proper simple to do. You don't have to be like some massive, great big bike enthusiast to do it. So that is the works of it. We're now going to install the pedals. Now the pedals that I choose to have are Look Keto bladed ones, carbon ones. So you can upgrade to the titanium ones, but the titaniums are obviously a lot more expensive, and to save a few grams, it's not really going to bother me too much. So I'm going to fit these to the Shimano Dura-Ace crank. Right, hit me. Bosh. Wallop. Should have been in the circus really, shouldn't I? As juggler. Anyway, so getting back to these, more importantly. Look Keto carbon plates. Obviously these are the ones that I've been using for, I don't know, 2 years now. These seem to be all right. I get on reasonably quite well with them. The only thing is if they do wear down on the cleats, I find I go through cleats they go through them quite well. So maybe I'm looking at changing over to the Shimano ones. I know a lot of my friends have changed over, but it's personal preference, isn't it? So you don't have to crank these up because they're self-tightening bolts. So when you rotate, they will just self-tighten. Gonna have great fun in a minute, I can tell, setting up this power meter. I know Ryan's just got his delivery of his new Trek from Madone yesterday. He's got the new SL8 and his power meter is not connecting. So hopefully I'm not gonna have it. So I've gone with the normal Canyon bottle holders. Now, these are the cheapy ones, but if you go for the carbon ones that Canyon do, they're 45 quid each for a bottle holder, so 2 of them are going to be £90, and you can only ever fit a Canyon bottle in there. It will rattle around. So although you're going to be saving a little bit of weight, you're also going to be burning a massive hole in your pocket, and you can only fit a Canyon bottle in there, which is an absolutely terrible design from Canyon. But you know, I see why they do it, so you'd have to buy their bottles. So I'm going to install these a second. Now these are coming on a different bolt, like I said, so it's not T25s throughout the whole bike. These are the ones that are different. So I'm going to install these a second. Okay, so cages installed, bottles in. Got some sort of bougie gold ones this time because, you know, why not? Right, that's that done. Final piece of the puzzle is the Garmin mount. Now, like I said, I'm not mad for it, you know. It's this cutout that's in the top here. And they've done this so you could put a set of TT bars on there. But I think if you want a set of TT bars, you should look to have this cockpit installed. You should choose it, but if you don't, then it should come like it did with the other models. But hey ho, I think it's a bit of an ugly design as well to have that. Oh, say it again. To have that slotted in there like that. Oh, it's pretty good actually. And you've got to look at that horrible little rebate and a bolt hole. Do you know what I mean? They haven't even like covered the bungs. So I think this is just a bit of care factor could have gone into making that look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. Other than that, I'm really happy with the bike. I am. Just being a tart. Usual. Yeah, we get that gone. Absolute junk. So yeah, that's the bike all put together. There's only one thing less to do, and that's a DT Swiss 180 hub check. So let's get that on the go. These 180 hubs absolutely rip as well. So let's see what she's like. Super light, 7 kilos, like nothing. Bosh. There we go.
And I'm going to end the vlog on that one. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Hopefully that was a quick tutorial on showing you how to put the Canyon Aeroad CFR together. Hopefully I didn't go on too much. I know you can ramble on with these things. So yeah, I'm looking forward to riding it. I went on a ride this afternoon, and those changes that they've made to that bike are absolutely pucker. The seat post and the top tube, before there was a lot of flex in that seat post, and that's nailed now. When you're putting the power through the pedal, the bike is so responsive, and it's a night and day difference. So as always, I'll see you in the next one. El Bash.